Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. My hormones make me a nutcase.
Hello, hello.
I hope you are all doing well. So, today we're going to be talking all about how to cope being in a calorie deficit.
Yeah, 100%. Also, by the way, I'm really glad you're back because I did a podcast with Alicia and I went, my hormones make me a podcast. I went, oh, for God's sake, I've ruined it already. Where's Emma? Emma, come do the intro. So, yeah, glad you did that and I didn't.
It's just practice. I do it every week, so it just comes to me now.
Yeah, I actually felt really nervous about doing it. I was like, oh God, I've got to introduce this. There's no one here to do that. But yeah, anyway.
How funny. We basically just spoke about the whole podcast before we've jumped on and recorded this, so we're just going to go back through our whole conversation. We always do that, don't we? We start it and we're like, why have we not started recording now?
Absolutely, we have. But I think this was a good one this week because we're currently so obviously in the podcast that we recorded last week, I recorded it with Alicia. It was just gonna be us two that do like the 6 week cut, and then Em was like, oh, actually, like, can I join in too? And then I had one other client that was like, yeah, I need something. So there's actually four of us doing it. So I think this is really like um
On
on
brand, on
on
trend,
brand. Yeah, what was I trying to think? Something like that, yeah.
something like
Um,
that.
yeah, the podcast title for what we're actually doing because we're currently in a calorie deficit. So this is quite a good one to chat about.
It is, absolutely. And I think the first thing is like, it's actually really nice having the group as well because you feel like you're not alone doing it. So you've kind of got that, not that we're like necessarily like coaching, and I know it's obviously your group, but I know we're not like coaching and stuff, but you just know that there's that like support system there. And we all have
Mm,
to like check in at the end of each day. And it's nice just to be like, oh, I'm going out for my walk or, whatever it might be, just like checking in with each other throughout the day. And that's been really nice as well.
yeah, absolutely. It's always good, like when you're doing stuff, to have that support system, isn't it? Even if people live miles away, like if you're just chatting
Yeah.
to people in a group, you just still feel like, okay, well, I have to do this because I've said I'm going
Yeah.
to do this, and these people are also doing it. Like obviously like that if there's something and you're really ill then that's a whole different ball game, but like it gives you that little bit of motivation to be like, I think it was one of the clients last night, she was like, I was on 12,500 and the step target this week is 13,000, and she was like, I nearly went to bed and went, no, I'm not doing it, and then she was like, no, it's 500 steps, just walk around the house, like it won't take long, like, and then get into bed.
Yeah.
um and I think it does that, doesn't it? Because you think, oh yeah, okay, I'm just gonna make sure I do this, rather than being like, oh, it's okay, I didn't hit it today, but that doesn't matter. Like, I'll just do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Like literally yesterday morning, I I always say to myself, I want to do one run, I want to do my at least my three strength training. Um, and then anything extra I do on the top of that, great. Obviously my walking and stuff. But like yesterday morning, I was like, do I really want to go for a run right now? Because Sam's away this week, so I've actually got full dog duty, so all walking is down to me. And usually we share it a little bit, which is fine, but it is nice to have that because sometimes I'll go to the gym in the morning and then he'll walk Fred, or so we just kind of share it. So it's kind of like I have to get up, walk Fred, go to the gym, do all of it myself, which sounds really dramatic. It's not that, but it's just more than what I would usually do. So I was like, and usually I'd go out for a run on my own, but I was like, well, I need to walk Fred and I want to get my run done, so I might as well combine the two and just run with Fred.
Mm,
And I was like, if I wasn't doing this, I probably would have gone, oh, maybe I'll just go out for a run later, or maybe I'll do it later on in the week. But I was like, no, like just get out, go and do the run, it'll be fine. And it was the same as this morning. I was like really tired when I woke up this morning, and I was like, oh, do I really want to go to the gym? Maybe I'll just have a rest day. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll have a rest day and I'll do it tomorrow instead. But I was like, I'm either going to do it at home or I'm going to drive to the gym, even though I've only got like half an hour. And I was like, I need to get out of this house because I've just been in the house a lot. So I was like, nope, I'm going to drive to the gym and get it done. But again, it was because like we're in this group and we're doing it. It's like, I want to get it done.
mm. Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, anything added on top is a bonus, isn't it? Like, if you decide on Saturday and Sunday you don't want to do anything like that, you don't have to. But then if you do decide, actually, no, I do want to go Saturday, Sunday, you can. And I think it's the same for like the food element, isn't it? Like, so obviously, if anyone was watching my stories yesterday, I went and had dinner around Alicia's, and like we knew throughout the day, we were like, right, I'd already kind of logged dinner because we hadn't weighed it out. Like, I played a bit of a guessing game with what the calories would be at dinner. So
Yeah.
I like put in about 1,000 for dinner. So throughout the day, I logged around that and I had a lighter lunch. And as I said on my stories, we were like so hungry. We needed to get steps, but we had to walk to M&S first. So one, we would get the rest of our steps because we were both on about 6,000. And
Hmm.
I got to what we went to the gym at 3:30, and then she finished work at 5:30. So we went out at like 5:30. Um, and there were these desserts that we really wanted to try as well. So obviously I made sure there was enough calories for that too. Um, but yeah, we played a bit of a guessing game and we were really hungry. And the whole conversation on the way there, on the way back, we were basically talking about food. We were like, oh my God, like, but we're like, it's okay. And actually, by the time we cooked dinner and eaten dinner and then had a dessert, I was like, oh my God, I'm so full. Like, but it's having that support system there for when you're like, no,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, I am going to get dinner in a minute because she said multiple times when she was walking around the shop, if I was on my own right now because I'm hungry, I would have picked up, oh, I looked at the bag of peanuts, I would have picked up that and I would have eaten them on the way home. And then I would
Mm.
have gone over my calories and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's then being mindful of what you're doing if you want that dessert or if you want something else, like, okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit hungry. And actually being a little bit hungry is not a bad thing.
No. No, it's good to get your hunger cues. I think there's so many women that I've worked with that say, I don't really get hungry. But then a lot of them I find pick constantly throughout the day. So it's like they're not really getting that full hunger. It's just like pick here, pick there. And then you don't know how many calories you've had because you've just not tracked and you've just picked all day long and you probably end up way over your calories. Um, but actually getting those hunger cues is good. Like your body kind of needs to survive off having those hunger cues, right? Like that's what your survival instinct is. Oh, you're hungry, you need to find something to eat.
Mm.
And if we're just constantly really full, we're going to be feeling really bloated and just really like, yeah, not
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely. And I know before this, like I would get hungry. Like I wake up in the morning like at 6:30. I'm like, oh God, I need my breakfast because I normally eat breakfast early, although I've had to change how I eat my breakfast a little bit. Obviously to a certain extent around clients. Like if I've got clients till like 11 a.m., then I'm gonna eat my breakfast at 6:30.
Hmm.
But if I haven't, like today, I didn't eat my breakfast until like 8:30, which is late for me. But I did that because I was like, I'm on less calories, so I'm gonna get hungrier. So if I can just push it a little bit, that means the rest of the day I won't be so hungry later on in between. Like I kind of like moved my food out. So have you frozen? Oh no, you're still here. Um so I had still had the same amount of hours between my meals, so I wasn't like absolutely ravenous by the time I get to dinner.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that or what I was about to say. Oh,
Um,
oh, right. But like this, I think this week I've actually started feeling hungrier, and I feel like that's, like you say, a good thing because yes, I get hunger cues normally at 6:30 in the morning, and then normally 11 o'clock,
yeah.
but I don't normally get any like at dinner time. I'm too busy running around doing stuff, and I don't normally get them until like 8 or 9, 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I don't really want to eat that late. Um, Whereas now I'm getting them a bit earlier. So I'm like, oh, I can like if I'm not busy, I can have dinner a bit earlier now.
Yeah.
And then maybe have some Greek yogurt or something later at like 8 o'clock. So yeah. It's funny how things change. Like within a week I already feel like less bloated and I feel more energetic.
Mm, yeah, for sure. I think that's the thing is, and to be honest, I'm probably guilty of it, of that, like not feeling hungry because it's like, although I do, because when it gets to like, because I have my meals at the same time,
Mm,
roughly each day, I do get those hunger signals. I'm like, oh yeah, I am hungry for that. But I have, do you know what? I don't even really know if I've noticed it that much more. I thought I would notice it more this week. Definitely towards dinner because although I haven't changed my lunches hugely, there's just few things that I've changed. But there has been before dinner now I'm getting more hungry, whereas before I would just be like, oh well, it's probably dinner time, like I should have my dinner now. We get to like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Whereas now I'm like, get actually yesterday I said, didn't I? I was like half five
Mm,
and I was like, I'm hungry now. Like I just, but
mm,
I don't want to eat too early because then tomorrow morning I like to like get my walk in and go to the gym before I've eaten.
mm.
Um, so I was like, then I'm going to be super hungry when I do that, and I might have that will just like mess up my routine of that. But yeah, this morning I did actually split. I said to you before, but I did actually split my breakfast because I was like, I need something. I'm just feeling tired this morning, so I need something to help me get through the gym. Because if I go there with nothing in me, I'm going to not be able to lift. So I just had a slice of toast, and that actually got me through. And then I had my yogurt because usually I have like a breakfast banana cake thing that I make, and I split it up throughout the week. I just didn't have that. I was like, save that for tomorrow and have my slice of toast. This is my yogurt. I just did it that way, and that actually
Mm.
felt fine. And I was full till lunch, so it was all right.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, isn't it? And I think that's the thing when like, so if you're putting yourself in a calorie deficit, one, you don't want to put your like your deficit like by like 1,000, like unless you're doing
No,
it.
no.
If you really need to and you're like some sort of athlete and you're only doing it for a short period of time, yes, go ahead and do it. Whatever, that's fine. But for the everyday Tom, Dick, and Harry, like you do not need to be going in such a big deficit.
No.
So with us, I've set it as 1,700 because a couple of the girls, well, at least one of them struggles to eat that generally to try and get her to get up to those calories. But I said to you and me, I said, look, we need to be hitting between 1,700 and 2,000. Like you play it by it how you feel. Because otherwise, if we're in too big a deficit, by the end of the 6 weeks, we're gonna just want to eat everything.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's pointless, right? Because there's no point doing the 6 weeks, losing the fat, and then suddenly putting it all on like the next week when you're not doing it anymore. Like the
Yeah.
whole idea is to then go up to maintenance and maintain. Um, Whereas like if we were going to go in such a big deficit, you're just going to binge and you're going to be so hungry that like,
It's just
you
not very
know,
manageable.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's
Like
not
one,
at all.
sorry.
That's right, I finished.
One of my clients said to me the other day, she was like, how can I lose like 7 pounds a week?
Oh,
I was like,
what?
let's have a conversation about this. I was like, if you want to lose 7 pounds a week, you're just not going to be really eating anything. Like, obviously, there's all calculations you do to figure that out. So I was like, you are not going to be able to sustain that. And if you're losing, like, no.
Mm,
And I was
that's
like,
madness.
yeah, that is madness. I was like, why do you want to lose 7 pounds a week? Well, I just want to lose this really quickly. And I said the same as you. I was like, but if you then lose it really quickly, you're going to be so hungry, so tired. Again, you're going to want to eat, like binge on so much stuff. You're just going to regain it back. Like, there's just no point. You're better off losing it slower, being in a less of a calorie deficit. So you're not feeling starving each day and then actually be able to lose it slowly and then keep it off long term. She was like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, mental, mental.
Yeah, it is. You do not need to be losing that much a week because, like you say, your body's not going to thank you for it. Your body's going to potentially start losing hair, your nails are going to be brittle, you might lose your period. Like, all of these things are healthy things. Like, if any of these you are losing because of anything, like, you need to think about what you're actually doing and why you're doing it because these like to be skinny and have abs is not worth losing your hair, your period, your body functioning properly.
No, absolutely not. Like, oh,
I can
oh,
still
do you
hear
know
you.
what? My something's sinking. How do
Oh
I?
no.
Yeah, I don't think abs are worth losing your health over. Seeing abs is worth losing your health over.
Absolutely not. Like, no. No one's ever said to me, "Oh my God, your abs look great." Not that I've really ever had abs, but they would never say that. Like, whereas when your hair looks good, people are like, "Oh, your hair looks so good." Like, if your hair starts falling out, people notice and they think, "Oh, like, I mean, says me, my hair's like all the time, but especially today, oh my God, someone came in complaining about her hair, and I went, "Have you seen my hair in that wind? Like, my hair looks like I've walked through a bush backwards. Like, yours is completely fine." Anyway, um, yeah, I just for your body not to function properly, nothing is worth that. And if it's not functioning the way it should, because of what you're doing and you're being too aggressive with stuff, you can still get results. You just don't have to be so aggressive. You just have to expect it to take longer.
Yeah, 100%. And that's not a bad thing. And ultimately, I know there is aesthetic reasons behind wanting to lose body fat, etc. But there's also of course, like a driving factor of health.
Mm.
And like you say, if you're dropping the calories and being so extreme, like I'm just repeating what you said, but I'm lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's just not worth losing your health over because effectively you're losing weight because you want to yes, work on your aesthetics, but potentially, or to work on your health, or both. So, but then being like severely potentially underweight or just being really extreme with it and your health suffers, then you're still going to have your health suffer either way. So there's really no point. Whereas if you're in like a small deficit, you're losing weight gradually, you're feeling good, then you're working on your health. So it's a positive thing. I think that's where I was going with it.
Yeah, absolutely it is. 100%. And if I think if you're struggling with like feeling like really hungry, then one of the best things you can do as well is to like up your protein.
Yeah.
Having a substantial amount of protein. So like the majority of people, most people should be getting like over 100 grams. Like obviously it depends on how tall you are and stuff like that and how small and like how small you are, petite you are. But I always try and aim for people to hit at least 100 grams. But once you get into it, you get used to it. So you're like, oh, I'm now hungry, so you might need to
Yeah.
up it a bit more, you know? And that's what we've set our target as. Like I've said, 1,700 calories, 100 grams of protein. But we're gonna actually over the like over the 6 weeks, get it up to around 150. So we're still maintaining our muscle, we're still staying strong, we're still doing the strength sessions, but you're losing body fat.
Hmm.
And without that protein, your muscles aren't going to stay so strong. You're going to be hungry all the time. You're more likely to binge and stuff. So it's a really good thing to make sure you're having enough protein along the way.
Definitely. You want to aim, I mean, depending on how much you're eating at the moment, but yeah, 30 grams of protein with each meal, essentially, if not a little bit more. Obviously, like you're saying, you can gradually increase that. But if you're starting out and you're not having much protein at all, because people that I've worked with are on 20, 30, 40 grams of protein, start
Yeah.
with 20 grams in each meal and then build up from there. And like you say, you'll get used to it. But I also think as well as the protein, like pairing all the food groups together as well, like
Hmm.
having the solid amount of protein, having a little bit of carbohydrates in there, having your fats and your fiber, like your vegetables, because that essentially combination keeps you fuller for longer too. Like if you just had a chicken breast, you probably would find you're going to get hungry again. Whereas
Mm.
like if you add, like talking about volume eating, if you have a huge chicken salad, have your fist size or your 30 grams of chicken, whatever, and then you have loads of like vegetables or your salad, your cucumber, tomatoes, peppers, whatever, loads of lettuce leaves, which are essentially really low in calories. Like you can have a really big, decent portion, which is going to make you feel full, but you're almost like tricking your body into like you've eaten a lot of food, but you're not actually putting a lot of calories in there. Whereas if you have like a huge bowl of chicken pasta, you might have the same quantity, but you've probably got five, six, seven, 8 times the amount of calories that you would in that chicken salad.
Yeah.
Um, and you still want to add a little bit of carbs in there. So whether that's a few croutons, crispy chickpeas, a bit of rice, pasta, whatever it is, have a small bit of that in there. Maybe have a little bit of a few nuts in there or seeds or something like have a little bit of fats in there as well, or whether it's like a little bit of a dressing. Gotta be mindful of those things. But essentially you want to get that volume from all the vegetables or the salad because that's what's going to keep you full, but also keep the calories down.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And I think we were speaking about this before. I always like to say to people, like, if there is something that you really want, you're really craving, put it in your diary already, even if you're going to eat it for dinner or like a dessert, say, like, put it in your diary so you know throughout the day when you're tracking that that's already accounted for.
Hmm.
Like, if you get to the end of the day and you don't fancy it, wow, you might still have like a couple of hundred calories left over. Like, that's not the end of the world.
Hmm.
However, like, if you like if you eat your whole day's worth of stuff and then you add it in and then you're going over your calories, you're going to be like, oh, like, oh, what's the point? I might as well give up. Like, I've gone over and all this stuff. Whereas if you already add it in, so say you wanted a cheesecake and you knew how many calories are in it, put it in your diary already. As soon as you wake up, okay, that's in. Or your favorite meals, whatever it might be. Like I was saying to you, I always put my breakfast in because I love breakfast. I always figure out my dinner and then potentially a sweet treat depends. But my lunch, I'm not as bothered about. Yes, I will have lunch because otherwise I'd be starving.
Yeah.
But I can add the calories up and work around the calories that I have left for my lunch when I know I'm gonna have like a bigger dinner or something like that instead.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Work backwards from it rather than like you
Mm.
say, add it in there after every day. Oh, I've gone over again. Oh, I've gone over again. Like if you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, you've got to learn from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that, work backwards. I like that idea. I think that's really, really good. I think I might have a
Oh,
12 tomorrow because I'm fancying like maybe an orange 12. So I think I might put that in there tonight and then I can work backwards tomorrow.
stick it in there. Yeah, love that. That's the way forward. It's like anything like that, isn't it? If you know you're gonna have like a takeaway pizza on a Friday night, like, and you know you're gonna have a Domino's. A lot of things like Domino's and that are in trackers anyway,
Yeah,
like roughly, or you can find their nutritional information on the website if you really want to. But like, you can go right. I know I'm gonna eat a whole medium pizza. Bang it in your thing already, and then you can work back from that. Like, there's nothing to say that when you do like a cut and that you can't eat these foods. Like,
yeah.
you can, but
You,
just be mindful.
yeah. Like you might find you have to be hungry in the day because
Mm,
you're saving yourself up for that. And you might find because you've got the higher fat, the higher salt content, carbohydrates, you might, if you're feeling like you're starting to get a little bit leaner because you're eating well and then you have that, you might find you're bloated. You might hold on to more water. It doesn't mean you've lost all your progress. It just means that that kind of food is going to give you a bit of water retention. So that's something to be mindful of as well.
absolutely. And if you're really bothered, like, work out, say you're doing like 1,700 calories a day, work it out for a week.
Yeah,
And then, like, if you're, say, there's a couple of days where, like, you've actually really full at 1,500 calories because you might have had extra protein or whatever, and you're like, oh, I actually really don't need anything tonight. Then you've got 200 calories spare there to use on Friday night when you have your pizza.
yeah, yeah, definitely. You could add up to find out what your whole weekly calorie allowance is, split your week up so that it's a little bit less, and then have more for the weekends if you want to do that.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
100%. And that's the thing as well. And I think
budget it
other
like
things.
money.
Oh, yeah, it is like money, right? But there's other things you can do as well, like having like prioritizing your fruit and veg, making sure you get 5 portions of fruit and veg in before you have any other type of snack. Because
Yeah.
then by the time that you probably go to have that other snack, you've had all this fruit and veg, and actually you're like, oh, I don't fancy that snack anymore.
Mm.
So there's different things that you can do to keep yourself full without going over your calories or completely binging out. But like I say, I think it's important to get those foods in there that you really enjoy as well, because otherwise, again, you're not going to stick to doing what you're doing. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I think I definitely need to do that for like the weekend is like have a play around with my calories and have something that maybe go out and get something that I really enjoy, put that in there so that I'm like, for this 6 week, I'm never going to be able, like, instead of thinking to myself, I'm never going to be able to eat out over these 6 weeks, I'm not going to be able to have this or that, because then that's that mindset of you're going to give up because you feel like you're never allowed to have something and it's too strict. So I
mm,
think, yeah, like you say, that's really important to have that balance side of things. Yeah, to be
yeah,
able to stick to it.
absolutely. I've got next Friday, I've got my football due, and like we said on podcast before, we don't really drink masses. However, I want to go out and I want to go drink.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like, so I know for me that next week I've got to look at what I'm doing because, yes, I'll pick stuff like it'll be more like white wine or like Booker lemonade. So they're not as like calorie dense as like your stouts, your lagers, your beers. But who knows? People might buy shots and stuff like that. I don't know what's going to come at me that night. Like, anything
Yeah,
can
anything can
happen,
happen.
right? So I need to be mindful in the week, and this is how I'm gonna do it, is I'm gonna be mindful in the week that I will be going out on that night, and I'm not gonna track how many bloody vodkas I have, because am I gonna remember it? Probably
No.
not. Like, absolutely not. I'm gonna make sure I eat something decent on the Friday, like something like maybe carb heavier, just to like make sure I don't get drunk after having like two. I mean, I
Yeah.
could just get drunk after two, and then I won't have so many calories. That could be a win, actually. Maybe I'll just do that instead. Um, but I'm gonna make sure that in the week that I have like a couple of hundred calories less. If I can, just make sure my protein's higher. So now I've got extra spare calories, and I'm gonna make sure that I have something already planned for the Saturday, so I don't go and go, oh, I need to take away pizza or whatever, because I don't need that. Like, I just need to be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just have something there easy. I know I can make scrambled eggs with a lettuce. I know I can have an omelette if I wanted to. Like, maybe I'll get some beans in, or maybe I'll have beans on toast or something like that. Like, nothing too overcomplicated, but just nothing like excessive in calories, because I know I'm going to do that. And I might maybe have some Marmite or something like that, because it's got B12 in it. So replenishing the bees after drinking is always a good thing. But it's navigating those things, isn't it? Especially when you're in a calorie deficit. Your social occasions, you can still do them. You just have to be more mindful.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to have less calories throughout that week or adjust your calories so that you can do those things. Because if you stick in that same calorie deficit and you're going out 2, 3 times a week, but you're not adjusting things, then you're not necessarily going to get the results. Because if you're having 2 bottles of wine or whatever it might be, like all of that adds up, doesn't it? And then, like you say, you might then have something a little bit more greasy or like a takeaway the next day and think, oh, well, I just have that one, it'll be fine. But the thing is, all of this stuff adds up. Yeah, got to be really careful.
Absolutely. It is. But if we have them every now and then we'll keep on track. I think the other thing massive is, and we speak about this a lot, is sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is literally the the thing that everyone needs. This sleep is like, if you get
It
shit
is.
sleep,
We all
everything
know
else
we
is
need sleep.
screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's the pinnacle of anything. Like, before you do your nutrition, your exercise, or whatever, and I've probably said this on another podcast before, but if you're getting shit sleep, it makes life so much harder.
Everything is going to be so much harder.
You
Everything.
naturally feel more hungry. You start being picky. You pick throughout the day. Like, something's there, just put in front of you. You're just gonna go, oh, I want that. When you don't actually need it. You're just tired. You
Hmm.
need a nap.
Definitely. I know it's hard because depending if you are someone that's maybe going into perimenopause or whatever, like sleep can be affected. But there are so many things that you can do to help your sleep routine, and you're probably doing something that is impacting you in a negative way towards your sleep. And you
Mm.
might think you have the perfect sleep routine, but you probably are missing something. Like there is always something you could probably do to make it that little bit better. So work on your sleep routine first, get that right, focus on your sleep. Like this week, Sam's been away, and my sleep has been so much better.
Bye, Sam. See ya. I'm moving downstairs when you come back.
Like
Well,
usually
you
in the
are.
yeah, you are. Usually in the winter, when he goes away, I get a bit scared. Like I wake up in the night and my sleep's not as good. But because it's so light until like 10 p.m., it's like 4 a.m., like I don't, even though if I wake up middle of the night, it's still pitch black. For some reason, it doesn't have that same effect. I don't know
I
why.
love that. Okay.
But I just like I think when he's there, he might snore or whatever, and I might wake up a few times. Like for me, I always wake up at least once for a week. That's just what I'm like. I'm sure there are things I could do to help that, but I'm quite content with once a night because that's.
I was gonna say, when we go away, it's like three times. The other
But
week
if
it
I'm in
was
another
like, she's
room,
up again.
if I'm in a room with someone else, I think I just subconsciously, like I know you do, like you wake up more. Whereas like
Mm.
literally this week, I think there was one night I woke up a couple of times because of my having been Fred. But most of the time I'm just Fred's not, if you do listen, Fred's my dog, not not the man I've got in the bed, by the way, while Sam's away. Just Fred waking me up. Um,
Yeah,
um,
funny.
but yeah, it's just I don't even know where I was going, where I was saying now.
Having another human around, it makes your life and sleep so much worse. Like, we all just slept in our own rooms forever. Like, I think the society would be so much better. Like,
Yeah,
yes, as a couple, come together, do whatever the fuck, and then go to your own room afterwards. Like, because
yeah,
honestly, someone else in that room screws your sleep up so bad.
it does. It really does. Yeah, but anyway, maybe we'll have to have a chat about that off to the spare room.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, it's the way forward. Like, but yeah, like your sleep will impact how much you eat. And if you're in a calorie deficit, you do not need your sleep affecting that. So, like you say, if you can do anything to your sleep routine to improve it, then I think Alicia said she's like hoping that this is going to help her get into a better routine. And like yesterday when I left hers, because I got home at like 9 because I wanted to read my book. So like I said, oh, like, are you getting into bed? And she said, yeah, getting into bed now. And it's like near 10 o'clock, whereas normally she goes to bed like 11ish. And I was like, right, okay, so this is good. Like getting into a better routine of going to bed a bit later, like, and then read my book before you go to bed and stuff like that. It makes a massive difference on how well you sleep.
Mm, yeah, definitely. I think stress as well. Like, I know for me, if I'm really stressed, high cortisol, my nervous system's all over the place, I sleep worse, I crave things more. So, I mean, stress and sleep are crazy linked, and then that affects everything else too. So, stress is a really hard one, I think, because there are so many tools that you can use to help with stress. But I think just from a personal opinion, like it's really deep rooted and stress can be linked to so many different things. So it is a really tricky one, and especially if you're well, anything, because anything in your life could be stressful to you that might not be stressful to someone else. So it's really irrelevant what that stress is, but trying to work on that stress somehow can help with everything else as well. And it's finding, like, I think for me, I've always put so much pressure on myself, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist and all of this kind of stuff. And recently, I've been working on removing just that bit of pressure and like, why are you being so hard on yourself? Why are you talking to yourself in that way? Like, why do you feel like you need to be here when you just need to go with the journey, like go with the flow? Like, I'm not saying slack off on things, but you don't need to be like, I don't know if this is making any sense, but just taking that bit of pressure off, basically. And that has definitely helped with the stress element for me. And then I've been sleeping better and not feeling so like on edge all of the time. And that's just come from me having a conversation with myself and also having like tools and things that I do, going for walks and exercising, do all of those things as well. So it might just not be because everyone talks about meditation and all these kind of things, which I'm sure are great, but I find for me, I struggle to meditate and actually other things work better. So I think stress is finding something that works for you, and it's the same with your sleep as well, like finding a routine that works for you. And yeah, it's a process. It's not easy.
It is a process and it isn't easy. You are correct. But I think it's like anything, isn't it? You just need to learn to manage as well, manage things like you said, find coping mechanisms for different things.
Mhm.
Understand that sometimes if you are in a stressful period, okay, I am in a stressful period right now. And like you say, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like if a couple of days don't go the way you want them to, like that's always going to be a thing. Like things like that, things are going to crop up.
Yeah.
The unexpected is going to happen, but it's how you deal with the unexpected.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think as well, when you're in a calorie deficit, like managing your environment around you is really, really
Mm.
important.
Oh yeah.
And if you have, so I bought a pack of chocolate digestives because I wanted to create a bit of content from it.
It was a great bit of content. I really enjoyed it. I sat and giggled at it. Yeah.
And I filmed another thing today with them. But last night, because I knew they were there, I was sat there on the sofa and I was like bargaining with myself. I was like, I've eaten all my calories for today, but like it won't really matter if I have two biscuits. But I was like, but why do I want these two biscuits? I'm not hungry. Like I feel full. I've had my dinner. I've had my little bit of chocolate that I have each night. That satisfied me. It's just like a comfort thing. It's going to give me a dopamine hit. It's going to make me feel good in that moment. It's going to taste good. It, but like there was no other reason for me wanting those. Like it wasn't a hunger thing at all. But because they were in the cupboard, it was like torture because my I was having that constant bargaining with myself over not
Mm.
having them. Anyway, I won that bargain or whatever, won that competition with myself, and I didn't have them. And I thought I did want to record something today, so I was like, I can't throw them away. And today, I literally recorded the content, and in that content, I actually threw them away because I was like, for, we all have like I think often we're told that we should have this incredible willpower and we should just think of our why and like that's you've got to use that to stop you from doing these things. But sometimes you just have to have a system in place that means you can't have it. Like for me, just not having those chocolate digestives in the kitchen or anything like that in the house, I can literally not have it and I'm not going to have to bargain with myself or have that competition or try and talk myself out of it because I literally would have to drive to the shop and that doesn't even come into my mind because I think I'm in
Equally
Mama
have to do
Jungle.
that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't really want something that much that I'm going to drive to the shop to do it. So it's like
Yeah.
set yourself up for success. Don't have those things in your house. Like if you're
Mm.
someone that literally, because I'm someone that it will literally talk to me all day. I'll literally be having that conversation with, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just have one. No, 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 don't have one. Oh, just like that'll be conversation all day long if I know it's there. If I don't have
Hmm.
it, I don't even think about it because I can't have it. Do you know?
Yeah.
So, like, have the system in place that keeps you on track rather than if you are constantly having something in your house and you're always having it, you have a system in place to keep you off track. Change the system, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Then you're going to set yourself up for success.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that. Like, it's so easy when you have stuff there. Like, I never buy, well, very rarely buy stuff that
Yeah,
I know I'm just going to binge on because, like you say, you talk to yourself all day going, oh, yeah, just have a little bit. I have like a little bit and then I'll walk past it later and I'll have a little bit more and then I'll go back out and then later on I'll come back and I'll just have one more bit. Like, and
yeah,
it's just a forever thing. And like you say, when it's not there, you just don't even think about it. You don't have those conversations. Or like you say, if you really want it, you know you really want it because I'm like, well, you will walk to the shop. Like, and then I'm like, oh no, but
yeah,
I can't be asked. Like, what if
yeah,
I can? Then I know that, oh, actually, I really do want this. Like,
yeah,
it's like we were having that conversation last night when we were walking around the shop. Like when Alicia was like, "Oh yeah, but I would buy that, and I'd buy this, and I'd buy that," and I said, "Look, I wouldn't. I'd look at the price of some of those and go, I think I've got a money problem because I'd go 5 quid. I'm not spending 5 quid on a chocolate bar. Absolutely not. Like, but I've made myself do that because I'm like, if I go, oh, it's only a fiver, I would buy all of it. But in
yeah.
my head, I'm like, oh no, that's so expensive. Why would I buy that? Like, even if
Mhm,
it might not be. Do you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
again, having those systems in place or something in place to be like stop that stops you from then, yeah, you know you're going to binge on it, why buy it? Like, and yes, you can put in all this work to understand why you want it and that, but
Exactly.
that's also, that takes time, that's long, like, as well, like.
100%. Like, yes, there's probably so many deep root cause. I can't speak today, apparently, and I'm in my good week, so who knows? But there's so many deep rooted causes for why these things happen, right? And you'd probably have to go to a counselor, a psychologist, and really, really work on yourself. You know, there's loads of things out there about calm your nervous system and regulate this, and great. But in all honesty, have we all got time? I'm not saying don't work on yourself because of course
And
do,
money.
but
Like, yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of money and it's a lot of time. And yes, maybe gradually do those things. I'm not saying don't. But if you want a quick way around it to help for now, it's all about the systems rather than trying to figure out what childhood trauma caused you to want to have that
Eat
biscuit
that
from the
chocolate
cupboard. Do you
bar.
know what I mean? But also, some of it's just a survival instinct because when we were way back in the day, we had to like go and kill our food and find the food. So like food was like when it's there, we've got to eat it to keep ourselves alive. Now food is everywhere, and we haven't evolved enough to be able to deal with that. So when we see food, it's like a survival instinct of see food, eat food to survive. And we can just pick up anything. Do you know what I mean? So like until we maybe evolve enough to not do that,
Yeah,
we're all screwed.
absolutely. I had you like caveman when you were saying seafood, eat food. I had you like
Yeah.
big fatty, like saying it like that. Seafood, I want food. Like, I'm thinking like that. But yeah, absolutely. Like, you should, yeah, the way we're made up, isn't it? But do stuff to help yourself. Don't like, and also you say about like having things in place. Also, having the people around you, like we said about accountability earlier with our group, like if your other half or whoever you're living with, say, is constantly like, yeah, have cake, have this, have this, have that. That is not helpful. No, Alicia and I was saying last night how she's like, it's so much easier when my other half is doing it too.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Because if you're the only one doing it, it is hard.
Yeah.
Like if you've got someone sat there going, oh, do you want chocolate button or do you want this or do you want, I don't know, an extra apple? Not that many people would throw an extra apple at you, but do you know what I mean? Didn't want to like
Do you want to go
pick a
out for
food.
dinner tonight? Oh, let's
And
just get a takeaway.
yeah, let's just what do you want a
Well, I
glass of
bought you
wine,
this.
bottle of wine? Oh, like here you go. Yeah. Those things. If you're gonna buy them something, buy them flowers when they're
Yeah.
doing stuff like this. Like buy them a bracelet. I don't know. It doesn't have to be food to show you love them. But
No.
like, yeah, it's always those things, isn't it? Like that can when you're trying to do something, you need to have that conversation with your other half and be like, look,
Hmm.
this is what I want to do. I want to do it because I want to feel like this, and this. At the moment, I feel like this, and this. Would you mind supporting me? And the way I'd like support on this is please don't like, I don't know, please don't buy like chocolate bars or please let like if you want to have a snack, that's fine, but just don't offer me it. Or do you know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like lay those rules out, whatever they might be
Yeah.
for you. Like, okay, if I say I have one glass of wine and then I don't want any more, accept the fact that I said I'll only have a glass of wine rather than going, go on, just one more, go on, just one more. Oh, why are you being boring?
Yeah. Absolutely. I was listening to Layla Hormozi's one of her YouTubes or podcasts, whatever she does, and she was saying about like how she was literally in an environment where she lived with other people, and they would just go out and drink all the time and eat whatever, and she would always want to kind of be making these positive changes, but because of her environment, she just never could because she'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just come out then. Oh yeah, I'll have a glass. And it wasn't until she actually moved out of that house and lived on her own or whatever she did, she broke that cycle completely because she didn't have those people. I know it's quite extreme, but like she was completely out of that environment. And actually, I used to go out and drink a lot of the time. I knew a lot of people in Maidstone. When I moved out and moved in with Sam, I broke a lot of those habits. I still went out and had some drinks and stuff, but it wasn't the same. I wasn't tempted as much because I wasn't constantly around those same people that, oh, let's go and have a drink on a Wednesday night, or let's go and do this. I was completely out of that environment. So yeah, you might have to say no sometimes. Like if you're someone that goes out 3 times a week and you want to start getting some results, like you might have to change that environment and say, no, I'm going to come out once a week. Like you don't have to stop doing it, but just changing those things.
It's hard. And it will be
It's
hard.
hard.
I
Yeah,
always remember the times where people are like, oh, why are you doing boring? Oh, you're not coming up. You never come to these things anymore. And I would stop doing all of them. I'm like, no, like, I don't want to. Like, and I shouldn't have to. Like, it is really difficult when people start seeing you differently. But like, for a while, people get used to it and then they realize, oh, okay, actually, this, like, you know, this is who you are and this is who you want to be. Like, and I'm okay with that. Like, and if they're really not okay with it, you've got the wrong set of friends or wrong
exactly.
partner. Like, they should be supportive. They shouldn't be
100.
like telling you you can't do these things.
Because people don't like it when other people grow or when other people want to make better choices for themselves because it makes them feel worse. Comes from their own insecurities and their own sense of that they maybe want to make a change, but they don't really want to make the change. So when they see you doing it, they're projecting all of their shit onto you. So don't take that personally it's almost like a compliment. It's like, oh, well, they're actually a little bit jealous that you're wanting to go and do better for yourself and make a better life for yourself. I know I'm kind of, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, because there are always going to be people that try and pull you back and bring you back down to their level. But if that's the case, then maybe they're not the people for you.
And, you could just suggest to your other half, oh, like, do you mind doing it with me? I'd like the
Yeah.
support. Eventually, people will probably go, yeah, all right, I'll do it with you. It gives me the focus too. Like, they're just looking for that bit of guidance and a bit of thing together. So it might be something you might be able to do with your other half.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, me saying that, I'm not saying, go like dump all your other halves and like just ditch all your friends, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, and I think another thing is like kind of you briefly said there, like it is going to be hard as well. Like it is, you can't expect it to be easy and for you for always to feel comfortable. Like if you're trying to make a positive change or you're trying to be the deficit, like it's not going to be an easy ride. Like if it was easy, then everyone would just, or everyone, no one would be trying to lose weight, would they, if it was easy?
No one would be on jabs, no one would be on, like, any of this stuff because people would be able to do it. But that's the thing, I saw this reel the other day. They're like, it said something like, everyone wants to know the secret or, the secret answer. And it was like this guy stood there and, like, without his top on and stuff. And, like, obviously he looked aesthetically bleeding.
Mhm.
And he was like, everyone wants to know the secret answer. And then it was him doing like the ski and lifting deadlifts and pushing a sled that was really heavy and stuff. But then it come up saying, but no one likes the answer. But it's true. You have to put in the work. You have to try and do these things. You can't do a couple of days and go, oh, well, I'm out. Like, oh, I haven't seen a change because nothing's going to happen in a couple of days. I
No.
know I said I feel less bloated after tracking and stuff, whatever, that's fine. But like, I haven't changed shape or anything in like 2 days, like I just feel better inside.
Yeah.
However, you need to stick at these things, and these things are hard, like you say. Not this doesn't come easy. You have to put the effort in. Like if
Yeah.
you don't put the effort in, you ain't ever gonna get anywhere.
No, exactly. Like I could have easily just said to myself this morning or yesterday morning, oh, well, I'll just go and walk Fred and I'll just do a run another day. But I was like, the hard choice was to go for that run. And I made the decision to do that. But that wasn't the easy decision. Like this morning, again, I could have said I'm going to have a rest day. I actually trained fine. I didn't actually need a rest day. There was traffic for me to get to the gym. I was driving more than I was actually in the gym, but I still made the effort to go there. Like all of these choices are hard, but you got to do them. That's how you get results.
Mm, yeah, and if you don't, and if you stayed in bed all the time, you ain't ever gonna get the results.
No, you've got to put the systems in place to help you to get the results, but you also have to make that conscious decision that you really do want to change and you have to put in the work. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen.
No, and you'll still be stuck.
Exactly, exactly. And I think about the consequences of it. Like, do you want to end up a year, two, 10 years down the time, da down the line, be 5 kilos, 10 kilos heavier, not be able to walk because your knees are really sore, not be able to move because your body's really aching? Like, think about the consequences of
Mm.
not taking action.
And think about that person there going, God, if I'd have just done this 6 years ago, I wouldn't be in this state.
Yeah,
If I'd have started that thing when I said I was going to start it, I wouldn't be here right now.
no. But if you're thinking now, it has been 10 years since you've wanted to make that change and you haven't, they always say, don't they, the best time to start was yesterday, but or whatever the second best time to start is today, or whatever that saying is.
Mm, never heard of it, but it sounds great. But yeah, pick one small thing that's going to get you on your way. Pick your goal, pick something you want to aim towards, give yourself a few weeks to aim towards it, and then just do what you can.
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Should we wrap up there? I feel like we've covered everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only other thing is if you are getting on the scales and weigh yourself, expect them to go up and down. because when I like we haven't weighed ourselves this time, and I can't be asked with it. It's another thing to think about. Trying to think about getting on the scales. Oh my God, I'm not adding that to my routine. I did that before and I hated it. But my weight literally went up and down throughout the whole time. Overall, in the 6 weeks, it
Yeah.
went down. But like each day, it would like say I was at like 67, it would go down to 66, then it would go up to 68, and then it might come down to 65, then go back up to 66, and then back up to 68, and then back down. Like, so it is constant up, down, but over the long period of time, it does look like it's coming down. So when you do see that go up, don't panic, don't worry, just stick to doing what you're doing, and keep going with it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I know the scales can be triggering for some people, but the best way to do it is to weigh yourself every day and then take an average. But that is a lot for someone to do, and that is that can be really triggering for people. But if you do weigh yourself once a week, like you say, you're probably going to see fluctuations as well. Like, as long as over time you're seeing that change, then great. But yeah, the scales are a difficult one, are they? But
They are. They are. But if you are doing it, it's like I had a client who she's gone down in weight the last, oh, I think she plateaued and then went down this week. And then um she's going away for like 3 days on like a hen do.
mhm,
So there's a lot of drink and stuff involved. And she's like, but I still want to be into that 13. I don't want to see 14 on the front. And I was like, look, you're traveling one. So that's going to make you potentially bloated. Like traveling, especially being in an aeroplane, changes everything. Like, so
mhm.
expect it to go up because of that for
Yeah,
as the most part of one. One, you're probably going to be really dehydrated again from travel, but because you're drinking. Two, you are going to be drinking. Go and enjoy yourself. It's fine. It's 3 days. You're not suddenly going to put on like lost like 20 centimeters from like everywhere. Like you're not suddenly going to put all those 20 centimeters on. Yes, your weight might go up, but you're not going to put all of that back on.
no,
Like just give it a few days when you come back, get back into the normal routine. Like you'll be fine. It will come back down, but just expect on that Monday when you weigh yourself for that to go up. But please do not listen to it.
yeah. I always say when if people go away, just don't weigh yourself after you come back. Like, just give yourself a week because then at least you're not. Because then you can do all the will in the world, but as soon as you see that number go up, you're gonna go into that mindset. So I'm just like, just don't do it. Like, you get back on a Sunday, weigh yourself the following week, give yourself a week back
Yeah.
routine because then you just can't be triggered by it. And what are you gaining out of weighing yourself on that day? Just seeing that go up, like nothing, because
Yeah.
you're not going to see it go down. So what's the point? But
Absolutely. I mean, I eat my words if it goes down, fair enough. But
yeah,
you can only tell someone so much. If they decide to get on the scales and it goes up, crack on. Like, but I've warned you.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, hope you found that helpful, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I know Amy's doing some more. Are you doing a series on this?
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Yeah,
do like a weekly like roundup of how we found things, how hard we found things, not hard, easy, all of that sort of stuff. So I think we're gonna do a weekly roundup.
yeah, nice.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, so keep locked in if you want to hear more on that journey. I'm sure we'll discuss it a little bit in some of the podcasts as well. So yeah, and if you do want some extra help with calorie deficits or anything, you can feel free to reach out to us. You can message us on our numbers or on socials, or you can email us at fitgirlswhoeats93@gmail.com. And if you want to ask us anything, if you want any recommendations, what you want us to talk about, please do let us know. And yeah, you'll catch us in the next one, I guess.
absolutely, you will. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you later.
Goodbye.